Hey, whippersnappers, this is Tortimer the Great. Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Pokeath'locke Season 6. This season we are running an Avatar lock, which means we were the member of one of the four kingdoms, ours being the Earth Kingdom, which meant we could use Steel types, Rock types, Fighting types, and Ground types. Today we are wrapping up that series. Well, we're wrapping up this season of the series at the very least. The Avatar lock is coming to an end today. I guess unless we wipe, in which case I might need more time to grind up Pokemon and come back at it. But I guess we'll see how things goes. But here we are in the Elite Four. We are talking to the Elite Four Fire-type Pokemon Master Malva, and we are going to be taking on her and her compatriots today as we seek to bring about the return of the Avatar AZ. Alright, so, yeah, everybody, I was talking to some random NPCs and stuff as I was collecting TMs and things. In fact, let's take a quick look at the team briefly before we jump into all of this, just to kind of give you an idea. I did a tiny bit of grinding. I think I said last episode that I wasn't going to, but then looking at the levels of the Elite Four members, we were looking more around 65, and so I was a little under-leveled, despite the fact feeling over-leveled last episode, although I didn't feel over-leveled. We took quite a beating last episode, but our levels were higher than the Pokemon we were seeing. But I think largely the little bit of grinding, and mostly that grinding was, so we Tortoise level 64, Seed Bomb, Bulk Up. I did go find Bulk Up. I think I mentioned last time we had Power Up Punch. I was like, I like the boosting. Bulk Up will boost, won't do damage, but it'll boost and boost our defenses, which I think will be helpful. Found and threw Poison Jab on Toph, just in case Toph's got to look a fairy type in the eye, I guess. Roku, level 64 as well. I threw Rock Slide. I did go find Rock Slide, and I threw that on Roku here, just in case, again, proves useful to have some coverage. Figured we'd throw that there. I think previously Roku had Mach Punch, and I think speed-wise we're going to be all right, but wanted to get the type coverage there. Blue Spirit is pretty much as Blue Spirit is. I debated throwing Shadow Claw in place of Shadow Sneak, but I think my plan will be with Blue Spirit, if and when Blue Spirit is used, to throw up a Swords Dance, so I don't think we're going to need power. I think the speed is going to be a better bet with Blue Spirit, at least. So we'll take that. Haru is back on the team, and Haru is why I had to do any grinding at all. I think Haru was at like 50... It was high 50s, I think, coming from the last time we'd used him. So I did want to at least get Haru to level 60 was my goal, because at 60 is where Haru learned Play Rough, although I think Flygon reminded me, or made me aware at the very least, that Play Rough and Iron Head and things are all... basically base moves for Mawile, so if I had grabbed some Heart Scales and gone to the Move Relearner, I could have had them at any time. So that's disappointing, but we were so close, and we were only a couple levels away, and there is actually a decent chunk of the Elite Four here that is going to be dependent on Haru, so I did want to make sure that Haru had a couple more levels, which necessarily then brought a couple more levels to everybody else, because I left the experience all on, but I don't think we're going to find ourselves overpowered today. So there's Haru, and then we've got Suki on the team, Flying Press, Swords Dance, U-Turn I threw on there, and Fly. I don't remember what I took. A Grass Knot I think we had previously had on Suki, but went ahead and did the U-Turn there, just to make sure we had some bug coverage, because we'd previously been running that on Shu, but didn't have Shu anymore, obviously. So there's that, and then we have Kyoshi, and she knows Earthquake, Rock Polish, Rock Slide, and Crunch. She had previously Hone Claws and Rock Polish. And I thought about, I really debated which to get rid of, Rock Polish or Hone Claws for Rock Slide. She also tried to learn Stone Edge, but the PP on that is just too low, and I think we're gonna need the power points. So I especially because rock moves are so inaccurate, I really debated it, but in the end, I think she's gonna need more help with her speed than anything. I think our attack, obviously the accuracy is the biggest thing with Hone Claws, because her attack doesn't need the help. But yeah, so that's the team as it stands currently. And yeah, we're in the chamber, so we're committed at this point. Let's, I guess, start here. Flood chamber. Okay, hold on. Flood chamber. Well, Toph's up front, so that works out nicely. I think Toph is going to be largely responsible for the flood chamber. So let's just give it a go, shall we? I like the stained glass. Stained glass is nice. All right. And everything's flooded for sure. All right, here we go. I don't remember this guy's name. He looks... No, I simply can't say. You there, young man. I have a question I must pose to you. Do you think Pokemon battling can ever be worthy of being called an art? I imagine so. There's a lot of variance in the way you can do it and team build and everything. I'd say it more as an art than a science, potentially. You see, cooking is the type of art that disappears as soon as it's completed. Pokemon battle... Oh, he's a chef? Pokemon is the same. I really like in later generations... Well... Now I say that, let me think of an example. I guess the champions are often people that you see throughout your journeys in more modern... Seabold are in more modern Pokemon games. But I guess you don't usually get a lot of face time with the Elite Four people. You do in Alola. We'll see him in Alola. Let's bulk up. But beyond that, I guess maybe I can't come up with an example. Ooh, Dragon Pulse. All right, well, we didn't boost our special. But let's get rid of Clotzer here. Beauty. It'd be nice if you got more face time with kind of the end game people, because like come in here and like, oh, this guy. All right. Ooh, Starmie. You know, we set up, but the psychic type scared me, and I doubt we're gonna outspeed Starmie. Let's bring in Blue Spirit. I can't imagine a Starmie having much to do against Blue Spirit. So let's go ahead and I think Swords Dancing. Oh yeah, beautiful. That doesn't change our stance. So until we actually attack, so let's we can shake off those. Okay. I don't want to take another one because once we change forms, so let's go ahead and we'll Shadow Sneak. Hopefully that'll be enough. Beauty. All right. Because yeah, once we change forms and we lose our crazy defenses, I don't think we could probably take another one of those surfs if we wait much longer. About to send in Gyarados. Will you switch your Pokemon? I guess we're set up, so let's stay in. Right, lowers our attack a little bit. Let's go for the Shadow Sneak here, see what that gives us. Oh, it gives us the one shot. All right. We will take. See, that's why I didn't feel like our Shadow Claw was going to be super necessary. We can set up in our super bulky form, and then just the power of the move doesn't matter quite as much. About to send in Barbaracle. Hey, we've got Sacred Sword. I was planning on Toph doing this battle, but all right. I don't think that'll be necessary. I actually hadn't in my planning. I kind of just like gave an overview of like, well, I kind of expect this Pokemon to handle this team, and I didn't do much. Like, I didn't look into the move pools or the, of the specific Pokemon that we were going to be battling against and things like that as much. But yeah, okay. So there we go. Toph got a little bit of face time there. I don't know if Toph's going to see much play. Let's go ahead and beyond that, but we'll see. Let's heal. And beautiful. But yeah, I hadn't actually allocated much to Blue Spirit as kind of being the responsible party there. So we'll just kind of work our way back up the room. The Dragon Mark Chamber. All right. Dragon Mark Chamber is going to be Haru. Haru took Penelope's point on the team, so he's got to handle the dragons. Because we don't have our ice type with us. But yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Blue Spirit got some FaceTime, which is fantastic. Fantastic! Because yeah, I hadn't otherwise allocated a whole lot to Blue Spirit's responsibility. So that works out great. Good synergy there. All right. Did I heal? I healed, right? Yes, everybody is all healed. All right. So now I'm checking every little decision. Yes, Haru's up front. Okay, let's do it. Let's just do it. We're gonna do it. Oh goodness, hello to you. Welcome, come in. You must be a strong trainer. Yes, quite strong indeed. That's just wonderful news. Facing opponents like you and your team will make my Pokemon grow like weeds. Well, you have dragon types, and they generally have a pretty slow growth rate, so I wouldn't imagine that this one battle is going to do you much good either way. Also, I plan on knocking out all your Pokemon, so that won't help them much either. I do love Mawiles. Well, I love Mawile just generally. I've always loved Mawile. Ever since Gen 3, Mawile's been my guy. And I love that it got love here, getting the Fairy type, getting the Mega. It's been so much fun to get to use Mawile. So I'm glad that we've gotten to get Haru on the team a bit, even though he kind of came in a little later where he didn't have like a core point person place on the team, but he's gotten fair play, and so I'm glad to have him here with us. Okay, so Mega Evolution, and I love the way his ability works where he comes in, throws up Intimidate, and then comes in, gets huge power. It's so fun. I can't wait to use Mega Mawile in Legends and stuff. Hopefully the old Megas will be available. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's Mega Evolve and throw up the play rough. Just gush. I love Haru. All right, so I'm glad we were able to make space for him here on the team, and we need him. We need him today for sure. All right, Haru uses play rough. Oh, that was the one I was worried about. So fantastic. Looking good. About to send in Noivern. Will you switch your Pokemon? No, I don't believe so. I don't believe that'll be necessary. Play rough. Let's play roller. Oh, Super Fang. Oh, you avoided the attack. Why did you do that? How did you do that? Is a better question. Ow. How are you? Why are you? Is play rough not 100% accuracy for some reason? Check moves. Yeah. No, it's 90. Well, why is it that? Why is that a thing that it is? Okay, well, okay. Haru's got to come out, which is not really how I wanted this battle to go. I guess Kyoshi's coming in. I guess. So I guess we get to see how the computer handles the Sandstorm plus. Oh, and we've already Mega Evolved, so that's great. Let's Rock Polish. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Oh, it does raise sharply. Might be. All right, let's Rock Slide. There we go. Throwing stones. We'll take it. Thankfully, Kyoshi doesn't really need the Mega to be useful like Haru did. Druddigan is switching in. I am going to switch. I'm going to bring Haru back out, and we're going to heal. Haru, at least, will not be buffeted by the Sandstorm. I think probably most of what Druddigan's going to be. I don't know what its moves are. I will admit again that I did not look at specific move pools and stuff. I didn't want to prepare that minutely. But let's go ahead and here. Revenge. Okay, I'm comfortable with switching in on that. Let's go ahead and play a little roughly here. And we're back on track. Druddigan goes down. Oh, no, not the rough skin! Did as much damage as his reversal did. More, actually. Looking at it. Goodness. Haru to level 64. Fantastic. Suki. Yeah, okay, great. Sandstorm's gone. That's fine. Altaria's switching in. Not afraid of Altaria, shockingly. Let's just get a little rough. Cotton Guard boosting the defenses, so that's rose drastically. Might take 2 then. Alright, looking good. Let's save our PP. Let's Ironhead. Let's finish this off. Oh, full restore. Well. Alright. That's fine. Still saves me a play rough. Oh! We're gonna have to use an ether. Goodness. Haru. You need to give you home claws. Goodness gracious with the with the accuracy check here. Didn't have any difficulty with that in my training. I don't think I missed a single play rough. That's shocking that is a low. I mean, it's such a good move that I guess they felt the need to give it the accuracy debuff. But okay, great. Okay, fantastic. Let's Hyper Potion on Haru and Kyoshi. And then I am going to use Restore Heal Selective Move. Yep, we're going to use. We got a couple of those. And we are definitely going to throw one on Play Rough. I don't know if it's going to be super necessary, really. But it's just such a good move to have in your back pocket. Okay, let's head back. Oh, what do we do? Oh, you're going already? Farewell then. And I was even the second you've beaten. And I suppose it just, well, really, go on. It's time for you to show the last 2 of us how strong you are. What? Was that? Had she said something that I was supposed to be responding to? What do you mean you're going already? What we having tea? What's going on here? All right. Let's just, the Ironworks chamber. All right. I think Roku... I think Roku was handling the Ironworks chamber. As, firefighting types tend to do, I suppose. Or should be able to, at least. Yeah. So, thank you guys so much for your feedback on the last several episodes. I greatly appreciate it. I think it's going to make next season... oh, here we go. I think it's going to make next season that much more exciting. Well met, young challenger. Verily, I'm the Elite Force. No, I switched Roku up and I healed, so we should be fine. I didn't do my pre-battle check. I accidentally walked forward. Verily, I'm the Elite Force, famed blade of hardened steel, Wilkstrom. I don't understand the starfish glued to his head. I don't, like, otherwise he's kind of a cool-looking character. but then they just ruin it with this weird... I don't know, what is that supposed to be? How is it fixed? What is going on? Works from Sun Elf Clefgate. But yeah, thank you guys so much for your feedback in the last couple of episodes. There will be more feedback necessary today. I guess Fire Pledge. I thought at one point I was doing some, as I was doing my planning, I was thinking about throwing bulk up on Roku too, but I did not do that thing. Wilkstrom is about to send in Probopass. Will you switch your Pokemon? Yeah, let's do that actually. Because Toph didn't get much play in Toph's own battle, so let's switch. I do think this Probopass has ground moves. I think that was the one Pokemon I was a little bit afraid of in fact, we can bulk up, and Toph can just help out a little bit here. Flash Cannon, am I afraid of that? Ooh, maybe it should be a little bit more. It was a crit. All right, Hammer Arm, we move faster. So there we go. He's got the Sturdy. Speed Fell. Flash Cannon. It doesn't crit. All right. They're gonna heal. They're gonna heal, so I'm going to use Seed Bomb. Yeah. So then I can get chip damage, and then oh! Wow! No, I'm gonna heal now. Yeah, Hyper Potion should be enough. I did not anticipate. I anticipated that being chip damage, so that okay, and they're both we're locked in this. Okay, well, we're yeah. Hopefully they don't do so much damage. See, that's more what I was hoping for. That's more what I was hoping to be out of healing range. There we go. All right. Well, I guess another one of those Seed Bomb will be enough to get us where we need to be. Beauty. All right. Fantastic. Fantastic. Looking good. We're just about to send in Aegislash. Will you switch your Pokemon? Yes. For Aegislash, we will go back into Roku. And Roku can just kind of melt the sword down a little bit. Yeah, Fire Pledge should be plenty. Okay. Protected itself. Does it have anything I'm afraid of? Whew. I mean, not unafraid of that, I guess, but it's fine. Go, looking good. You know, King Shield is probably one that I should have gone and got on Blue Spirit to be able to switch back into defense form. That probably would have been a good idea, but I like all the moves I've got on Blue Spirit, so I'm not sure. About to send in Scizor. Will you switch your Pokemon? What is Roku looking like? Is Scizor likely to have flying moves? It's probably something that I could have looked into before I got into the battle. Let's leave Roku in. We will heal to kind of scout what Scizor is gonna do, and I don't anticipate he's gonna be able to one-shot Roku, whatever he's got. Iron Head. Okay, if that's what we're dealing with, then we're fine. All right, Fire Pledge. Beauty. We could have even gotten away with not healing, but glad we're trying to play it safe here. But yeah, so great feedback on the last couple of episodes. Thank you guys so much for that. It's going to make next season that much more fun and engaging. And we will have a bunch of feedback that we need at the end of this. Once we finish these next 2 battles, we will be looking for feedback on our transfers. We've got to wait until the next 2 battles are completed to really start talking about that. Let's heal before I accidentally walk into a battle without double checking again in the next room. Alright, so that means what? The fire type is the next one. So let's switch Kyoshi up. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be Kyoshi's job, I guess. Alright. We gotta wait until these next couple battles are up because we can't really do any talk about the transfer pool until we know who's going to survive into the Hall of Fame for this season, because they'll want to be included in all of those discussions. All right. Yes, Kyoshi's up. Everybody's healed. Fantastic. Blazing Chamber. But yeah, so Malvo, she was talking at the beginning, and like a bunch of NPCs I was talking to as I was picking up, everybody's like, you know, Lysandre was right, you know. It's like, was he? Was he though? I feel like we talked about this last episode too. And it's just like, was he though? Okay. Everybody's healed. How's our PP looking? PP is looking fine. Okay. Great. Let's do it. The final member of the Elite Four. Welcome, Challenger, to my Blazing Chamber. I'm going to be your opponent today. Okay, no more preamble. She already kind of gave us the preamble. Not sure why that was her responsibility previously, but okay. All right, Pyroar coming in. It's fine. I don't think Pyroar is going to have anything that Kyoshi's particularly concerned with. We're going to just throw up the Mega Evolution and throw up... In fact, let's throw up the Rock Polish here. Because, again, I'm not super afraid of... Yeah, like Wild Charge. That is not something I'm afraid of. Probably did more damage to itself there. Let me see its HP bar. Not more necessarily, but okay. Does that outspeed us now? Yeah. All right. So let's see if the outspeed is going to be what we need. I mean, Mega T-Tar is probably what we need, but yeah. All right. So Haru to level 65. Fantastic. Haru is again going to be pretty critical in our champion battle, I think. All right, Torkoal. I love him, but I'm not afraid of, well, her. I'm not afraid of her. Earthquake. Ooh, it hung on, though. Ooh, and it threw up an Earthquake. That was a crit. Ooh, but the Sandstorm takes it down. All right, nice. That's good. That's good. I don't love the HP range that we're in right now. About to send in Talonflame. No, I'm not going to switch on Talonflame. Let's throw up the Rock Slide. Yes. All right. Love it. About to send us Chandelure. Yeah. I think we'll just stay in, right? Chandelure. Is this a Levitate Pokemon? I don't think so. I think it's Flame Body, isn't it? Or yeah, well, whatever. Wasn't levitating. Should have been, maybe, but was not. Is that it? Yeah, okay, so you just... I do think that outspeed was helpful, because otherwise we would have definitely taken some hits from the Talonflame, and then we would have for sure had to heal before risking the Chandelure. I don't think Chandelure is particularly speedy. I don't know if we would have been outsped by the Chandelure, but Talonflame definitely would have. So that was that's good. I think that was helpful. All right, I like it. We managed to defeat it before even the Sandstream ended. Fantastic, utterly fantastic. Everybody loves fantastic. I'll report to the world. I'll report to all the world the news of you and your Pokemon dominating the Pokemon League. I am a Holocaster star, after all. A Holocaster star. What does that even mean? Isn't it basically just FaceTime? How do you become a Holocaster star? All right. I don't remember what happens once we get out into the lobby there. So let's heal. We've got a couple ethers, right? I think this is our last battle, so let me throw them on Earthquake just to make sure that we've got all of those if we need them. Right. I don't remember what Diantha leads with. I don't remember what she leads with. I don't want Sandstorm up the whole battle though, so we're gonna get T-Tar off. I think the plan is to run Haru. We have not seen Suki yet today. I think let's put Suki up. Because I think she actually has the fossils. Does she lead with the fossils? I want to see Suki in action. So we're going to do that. I think probably her first Pokemon is probably going to be the safest for doing that. All right. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I thought it was going to kick off immediately. Usually the champion is. I really like this stained glass floor. I've really gotten into stained glass lately. I like that design. Oh, okay. I was like, even elevating into the room isn't enough. All right. Welcome at last, dear trainer. As you must know, I am the champion Diantha. Oh, but you're the child I spoke to in Lumio City and Cormine City, aren't you? That means that you're also the one that dear Augustine said, of course, how could I? Oh, I must look like such a fool not to recognize you sooner. Yeah, I bet. We've met several times. You and your Pokemon are the ones who stopped Team Flare for us all. It seems wrong of me to say this, but thank you. You saved us all. Why would it be wrong of you to say that? Everybody else is like, Lysandre was right. Thank you, Diantha. Thank you. Finally, somebody being grateful for once. I can't wait to see what you and your Pokemon are capable of now that I know exactly what it is you've done already. I mean, seriously, that's like, you know, people are like, you know, Fire Lord Sozum was actually right to wipe out all of the other nations. What? No! No, he was not! Oh, she's got her own Hawlucha. Alright, well, this will be fun then, I guess. Spider-Man meme. Let's just fly. I could try and set up, but I don't think Hawlucha's gonna... Yeah, see, that's what I was worried. I don't think Hawlucha is going to stick around in this battle. It's going to largely fall on Haru. I don't think Hawlucha's going to be able... She's got a lot of fairy types, so Suki's not going to be able to stay in. So yeah, we don't need to set up, we just need to finish off. So that worked out great. I'm going to send in Aurorus. I think that Suki can do this. I think that she can do this. Yeah, alright. I was worried about the ice type there, but I'm like, I think Suki's just going to outspeed in one shot. So I don't know if I am worrying about this. Alright, Tyrantrum. Let's let Suki do it. Why not? Everybody else has gotten their time to shine, right? Yeah, Kyoshi did, Blue Spirit did, Toph did, Haru did, Roku. Yeah, everybody's gotten their time. This is Suki's time. Might as well let her do it. And then we can save Haru. Save Haru more for Mega Gardevoir. Okay, that didn't do as much. I don't... Yeah. Damaged by recoil. So, that actually means... Oh my god, Tyrantrum is a beautiful Pokemon. I love it. Ah, full restore. That's unfortunate. That means we're going to be able to finish it. Well, that did not... He took a lot of recoil from that other one. Okay, so Suki cannot take another one, and I don't have faith that we're going to be able to defeat it. So what we're instead going to do is switch out. Who wants to take a head smash is the question. I think maybe Toph. Toph really wants to take a head smash, I guess. More than anybody else. Kyoshi maybe could take one. Shrug it off, Toph. Yeah, she's the greatest earthbender in the world! Where's Hammer Arm? Yeah! Alright, beauty. She's the Melon Lord! Send in Goodra. Alright, here's where the fun begins. Haru, you're up. Goodra's not generally a physical attacker, although I think Goodra can be fairly mixed. But we are going to Omega Evolve. We are going to play a little rough. And Goodra's got good defenses. It may take us more than one, but I'm also not afraid of Goodra. I maybe should be. Yeah, Fire Blast is a little scary. Ow. But you're dead. Okay. We can heal. She's got Mega Gardevoir, and who else does she got? Does she have an Absol or something? Gourgeist. I will switch, because I don't really have much on Haru to manage Gourgeist. And that'll give me an opportunity to heal before Gardevoir comes out, because I don't think... What's a Gourgeist going to do to Roku? So let's take a quick opportunity to heal Haru. Gourgeist vanished. Can I do anything to... I don't have a normal type, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm not super scared of this. Let's throw up the acrobatics, because I don't want to waste the PP. Yeah, alright, beautiful. There we go. Now, Fire Pledge. Beauty. Alright. Good work, Roku. Fantastic. 67. About to send in Gardevoir. Yes, we're gonna just go ahead and switch. I think Haru can do it. I'm not too scared of the Gardevoir. I maybe should be more. She's taken my huge power, or yeah. I don't think she can make much use of it, but she's welcome to it, I guess. Thunderbolt. And one shot. Fantastic. Well, there we go. And that's all she wrote. Witnessing the noble spirits of you and your Pokemon in the battle has really touched my heart. I imagine so. I'm so choked up that it's hard to know what I should say, but I'm just so glad this moment that I was good enough to be the champion. After all, it gave me the chance to meet and battle with you and your wonderful Pokemon. I now understand why dear Augustine, Professor Sycamore, said he needed to get Lumiose City ready for the new champion. Oh, he told her that before the battle? Augustine! Or Sycamore. I guess it's Augustine Sycamore. That's cruel, bro. That's a bit much. Goodness. He's already preparing the celebration. My dear Tor, would you mind coming this way with me? All right. So as we head our way into the Hall of Fame here, we will be allocating a certain number of our Pokemon to its ranks. And everybody survived. So that means that Toph, Blue Spirit, Haru, Suki, and Kiyoshi will all be being added to the transfer pool, and will therefore be eligible for transfer into future seasons of this series. As long as it's running and they survive, they will be eligible. We have, I think, in the Rotten Egglocke, we did lose like Kalik, our Electrode, so Kalik obviously no longer eligible for transfer, having died. But because this is just like a continuing series, Ash heading to the next region brings his Pikachu and his Charizard with him or whatever. But there we go. What a wonderful little team. I don't think I've ever run Kalos without Aegislash. But first time using a Trainitar probably ever. You know, I don't think I've used Mega Mawile before in-game, Hawlucha. So this was a fun series for me. Despite the restrictions, got to use some really, really cool Pokemon. But yeah, so we do have, a few days later, a crowd of people gathered in Lumiose City to celebrate the 5 Defenders of Kalos. 5 Defenders of Kalos? The 5 Defenders of Kalos? What in the world did Trevor and Tierno do? Nothing is the answer. They did nothing. They had no measurable... This is my moment! How dare you! But yes, as I get the Medal of Honor stamped on me or whatever, we should talk about what this means for next season. So, next season we are, as we've discussed, we are doing a Dark Night of the Soul Sleep-Lock through Ultra Moon, and we are kind of doing what we did this season, where we're kind of restricting our battle. Oh wait, we have to battle AZ. The Avatar has returned. Goodness, he's a giant. I forgot about this. What is the Pokemon? He's got what? A Torkoal. All right. I mean, I guess this is part of the game, right? So we kind of have to do it. If somebody dies here, do they die in real life? Hopefully that will not be an issue. What are his levels? I vaguely remembered that this was a thing. He didn't burn me, so I'm not. Oh, he's level 60. All right. Yeah, Mega Evolve, Earthquake. Doesn't have his Floette yet, right? So I don't need to have a Mega Evolution available for Haru. There we go. Torkoal goes down. But yes, so about to send in Golurk. We'll stay in on Golurk. Crunch. There we go. So, what we're doing is, generally speaking, if we have a theme that is restricting, it also restricts. Hey, so we can stay on Sigilyph too. It was like Kyoshi was made for this. We'll just crunch. Not deal with not deal with accuracy issues at all. Although I think rock moves have higher accuracy in Sandstorms anyway. Whatever. So like when we did this season, we knew we were going to be members of the Earth Kingdom, so only Earth Kingdom eligible Pokemon were eligible for transfer. Now, what we are doing next season, as we've talked about in previous episodes, if you guys don't remember, we are doing more of like a vibe check. So it's not like a restrict, like, oh, we can only use dark types and ghost types because it's a night-themed one. It's like, hey, if they pass the night-themed vibe check, then they're eligible. And so that's kind of loosey-goosey, and it's that way intentionally. We should just have fun with it. So, what we are doing is I'm going to, as I spell out the transfers to you, kind of tell you which ones I feel like from our transfer pool, to me, pass the vibe check. But what I want to emphasize to you guys is, if you feel like, you know, somebody that I don't qualify in this listing passes the vibe check for you, you are welcome to vote for that Pokemon. And then if others agree, they can, and they want to see that Pokemon too, they, oh, I forgot about the little fletchling popping in there at beginning and end. That's cool. It's like poetry. It rhymes. If a Pokemon that I don't necessarily classify as vibing with the night theme, everybody else feels strongly is, it'll get in there. So I'm going to walk through all of our transfers from the last 6 seasons, and you guys have the opportunity to vote for any 2 of the Pokemon listed. If you do vote for a Pokemon that I don't kind of qualify as vibing with the night theme, then I would like for you guys to also include, I'm going to pretty much accept any, any explanation you give. I'm not going to like argue with like, no, that doesn't really count. But because this is all for fun. It's all for fun. The whole point of the transfer thing is just like, hey, let's see our favorites again. So but I want you to justify it. It's not like an essay where I'm going to grade it and like decide whether or not you pass or fail on it. But I would like you to justify it to some degree. So I'm going to walk through them real quick, and then you guys can get your votes in the comments down below. You get to vote for any 2 of these Pokemon, and they will be on the screen, so you'll be able to see them and pause if you need to or whatever. But so from season 1, our Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke, the one Pokemon that I feel like really, really vibes with, and you can see them all on the screen, but the one that I feel really vibes with the night theme going in is Luna. Obviously, she's named after the moon. She evolves from a moonstone. I didn't check, but I imagine she learns Moonblast and things like that. Jigglypuffs and Clefairies being in Mount Moon, things like that. I think it's a pretty easy, easy justification for why Luna or Jigglypuff / Wigglytuff should be considered vibing with the current theme. But if you feel strongly about Fiber or Pikachu, Techno or Squirtle, Morden or Charmander, or Sari the Bulbasaur fitting that vibe, you are welcome to vote for them. Just justify it in the comments down below. I did check. I'm like, does Bulbasaur learn like, either not Moonblast, but Moonlight? Which one's the one that heals? But he does not. So I was like, can I justify that myself? But I cannot. So you guys would have to justify it. But for me, from season 1, Luna seems like a sure fit. From season 2, our Pokemon Crystal Wedlock. The ones that I feel like most strongly go with our theme here is going to be Juliet, our Hoot Hoot, Clementine, our Umbreon, Josephine, the Oddish, and Bonnie, the Houndour. But if you feel so inclined, you are also welcome to vote for Romeo, the Totodile, Churchill, the Onyx. I guess Onyx you could potentially allow because it's kind of darks and caves and things like that. I'm going to make that justification for Haru later, and Haru's just kind of a creepy looking bloke anyhow, but I'm going to make that justification later. So if you wanted to make that justification, you could, but then, Napoleon, the Wooper, Aang, the Dratini, Aragorn, our Tyrogue, and Penelope, then the Swinub. Swinub's eyes are closed. Maybe she's a sleepy little lass, and so she can come along. I don't know. That's up to you guys. From the season 3 Pokemon Emerald Littlelock, the ones that I felt like best fit the theme are Casper, our Shuppet, and Watson, our Chinchou. Scad, in fact, threw Watson. She's like, well, they're deep down in the water, in the dark, and they've got a glowing light and things like that. I'm like, all right, I'll allow it. And that's pretty much the idea here. It's like, yeah, I'll allow it. If you want to, you can also vote for, if you can justify it, Yuka, our Trico, Bertha. Bertha's eyes are closed. Bertha, our Markahita, Strawberry, our Plusle, or Fluffy, the Torkoal. I think I would probably need to put an ability on Fluffy that is not Drought. But Fluffy's eyes are closed, so maybe if we get a non-Drought Torkoal in there, maybe that could be allowed. Then from our Pokemon Platinum Random Lock, Season 4, we have the ones I think that fit the best. Magdala, our starter from that season, but I could also be tucked into Snooty the Slowbro, Roku the Chimchar, or Cessna the Yanma. I think Snooty especially is very borderline. I almost put it as marked in there, because the Slowbro line they're real slow and sleepy, and I'm like, that could for sure. I'm gonna be pretty slow and sleepy by the end of this, so I could vibe with Snooty. So you guys are welcome to do that, or any of the ones again, as it's supposed to be fun. If you can justify them, I'll allow it. From our Season 5 Pokemon Black 2 Rotten Egglock, the ones that I felt like best fit the mold here are Tierkreis, our Gothita, or Moreau, our Vullaby. But if you wanted to vote for Marvel, the Phoebus, Schnoz, the Nosepass, Jaeger, the Mienfoo, or Habanera, our Cyndaquil, more power to you. Cyndaquil's eyes are closed. I'll allow it. You need fire at night to see things. Whatever you guys want to do. And then from this season, then that brings us to the Pokemon Y Avatar Lock and our surviving members here of I feel like Blue Spirit, the Aegislash for sure, Haru, the Mawile, and Kyoshi all kind of fit the mold. Kyoshi's a dark type. I could definitely be on board if you wanted to say Suki. Suki's basically wearing pajamas. Looks like she's in her pajamas. So you want to say Suki, great. And I'm not sure how you justify it, but Toph, she's blind. Everything's dark for Toph. So maybe she fits the vibe too. So that's just kind of where we're at. They're obviously all on the screen for you guys, so feel free to pause it here if you need to kind of ponder what you'd like to see. I will note for you guys if this affects your choices. We had the voting a couple episodes ago for the starter, and it was a tie. I think we had 3 votes for Poplio and 3 votes for Litten. Since we are doing this season on the vibe check, I am just going to say that I feel like I'm vibing of those choices more with Litten. For the night theme, I know I was like, well, Poplio technically is allowed, so I'll let you guys. But since it's a tie, I'm like, do I random number generate it? I'm like, well, no, we're vibing this next season. So I do think that probably, let me just decide. Litten is going to be our starter. Since it was a tie and a decision needed to be made somehow, Litten will be the starter. My boy Rowlet didn't get any votes. So, which is a little sad, but I will run through Alola without a Rowlet this once. But yeah, so Litten will be our starter. So if that affects things for you, just let that kind of be your guide, I guess. And we will go from there. So thank you guys so much for participating and watching this season. It's been a lot of fun to do this particular season with you guys. So make sure to get your votes. You get to choose. What you will do is you will comment down below your 2 Pokemon that you want to see transferred into next season. So we would start the game. I don't know exactly when we're going to be able to pick up transfers in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon's start, but basically we get our starter, and then the first Pokemon Center we come to, the first PC we can access, then our transfers are there waiting for us. So you can imagine it'll be Litten, and it'll be Clementine, the Umbreon, and Juliet, the Hoot Hoot, or whatever, whatever you guys end up deciding, or Haru and Luna, or maybe don't put 2 fairy types in there. That might be a little overbalanced, but whatever you guys want to do and whatever justification you want to choose, that's kind of the vibe, is that, they're kind of in line with our starter. Sometimes we've got a catch or two between when we get our starter and when we're actually able to get to a PC and pick up our transfers. But the idea is kind of that that they're there from the very start. So use that just kind of as you're pondering. Again, we have Fiverr, Techno, Morden, Sari, Luna, Romeo, Juliet, Churchill, Clementine, Napoleon, Josephine, Aang, Bonnie, Aragorn, Penelope, Yuka, Bertha, Strawberry, Casper, Watson, Fluffy, Magdala, Snooty, Roku, Cessna, Marvel, Tierkreis, Schnaz, Moreau, Jaeger, Habanera, Toph, Blue Spirit, Haru, Suki, and Kyoshi. So we've got quite the pool to choose from. So you guys get your votes in, put your comments down below. I want to see Moreau and Kyoshi in next season, or whichever Pokemons you want to do. If you're choosing from kind of the pre-approved list, then you don't really need to give a justification, but you're welcome to. Just like, oh, I loved Bonnie in season 2 of the Crystal Wedlock. Can't wait to see her again. Maybe we get Mega Houndoom in Ultimate Moon. I don't know, but whatever justification you want to use. If you just love the Pokemon, or if you feel like you really have to justify why Charmander is a nighttime Pokemon. Again, realistically, as I said with Habanero, you need fire at night to be able to navigate by, so why not the tail of a Charmander? But you guys do that. Basically, you can vote for anybody is the thing. I'm kind of giving you what my vibe check is saying, but everybody vibes a little differently, so I feel so old. Should I Are the youth even still saying vibes? I don't know. Anyway, put your votes down below. You get to vote for 2. What I will do is I will tally everybody's together, and from there, just kind of majority rules, basically. Unless there's a tie, at which point then I will, I guess, normally I would do a random number generation to do that, but it's all about the vibes this time. So if there is a tie, I will break the tie myself. But yeah, feel free to vote for anybody here. If you want to, I know like some people with the starter last time, went ahead and looked at what other people, I think like Shun was like, it should be Rowlet, but since nobody's voted for Rowlet and that would be a waste of a vote, then I vote for this. If you see things leaning one way or the other, or, a Pokemon you kind of like is getting some traction and you want to throw your vote behind that, that's fine too. Whatever justification you guys want to use, do it in the comments down below. Look forward to seeing who you guys have connected with and who you would like to see in a future season. And if they don't get into this season, maybe we'll see them in another one. But yeah, guys, I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. Make sure to leave those comments down below, and I will see you guys in 2025. I'm going to be recording the SLAP-A-POW sometime early next year. My goal is trying to get it done sometime in January, and then I will be recording it all in one sitting, well, not one sitting necessarily, but all in one day. I will take breaks for food and things like that, since it's probably going to be like a 15-hour recording session, and I'm also going to need to make sure I've got enough space on my computer for that, so chopping it up will be useful. But I will be recording it all in basically one sitting, and then chopping it up and parsing it out, episode by episode, as we generally do. I don't think anybody really wants to sit down and tackle a 15-hour archive or whatever. So we will be parsing that out as a normal season, just with the understanding. So if you guys have not already, on the previous episode, entered questions for that season, we talked about how the Dark Night of the Soul is going to be a difficult period in my life, and is often marked with lots of reflection and things like that. So if you have reflective comments, psychological, spiritual, about the channel, whatever, anything you want to ask about is fair game, and I will kind of be assigning questions to each episode of next season to give myself something to talk about, because sitting down and recording for 15 hours, I barely have enough thoughts in my head to fill one episode. So having prompts will be good. And you guys always seem to like when we've done questions of the day in previous seasons and things like that. I think we did that in the Random Lock, maybe. Yeah, anyway, guys, I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. Thanks again for coming on the journey of Season 6 here, and I will see you guys all early next year for the kickoff of Season 7. So, as always, I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. Have a good one.
Tortoise.